Hey everyone, afternoon delight. 11 here, and as I say, I hope you're all having a fabulous week, weekend, whatever day you're watching this video so far. Today we're going to learn about posing. So this is mostly posing involved with the Wbff and also your walk. So we're going to learn those today, and then I'll hit a little bit at the end posing for a picture. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we're going to learn is a walk. Now, when you're walking, you want to be as graceful as possible and have good posture. So let's break it down here. You want to make sure that you have your shoulders back, all right? Now, we don't want to stick our chest out, arch our booty, and really have our ribs poking out. We just want to have our shoulders down and back. So having that and having your chin up nice and high, it exudes confidence. As soon as that chin comes down or we're looking for the ground, your confidence starts to disappear visually. So good posture is the first thing. Second thing is nice, loose arms and being very loose and fluid. So imagine as if you're swimming through water. We don't swim through water all like choppy. We swim through water very gracefully, swooping it, kind of walking through water gracefully. Alright, next thing to learn is how we plant our feet. Okay, so when you're planting your feet and walking, you want to try to hit your heel and your ball of your foot at the same time. So this prevents you from walking on just a stiletto and falling. So you're going to land with both feet in front of the other. Imagine one foot in front of the other. So go ahead and pause the video and practice one foot in front of the other, landing both ball and foot and heel at the same time. Landing both ball and foot at the same time. Next, we want to work on crisscrossing and lengthening. So there's a trick I learned in college. We were in a modeling organization, and the instructor there helped me a lot with teaching, and I actually taught the next year there. So something to do to practice your crisscrossing is over-exaggerate the movement. And this is just to train yourself before you actually start doing it. So over-exaggerate that crisscross really big. So I want you to over-exaggerate, landing with your ball and foot at the same time. So again, I'm over-exaggerating, so this is something you can practice. Because once you stop over-exaggerating and come into a normal walk, it'll feel like your crisscross isn't even a crisscross. So, for example, you're crisscrossing really big, and then you slowly do it less and less. It'll feel easier and easier. Next is length of your legs, all right? So this is important because this is usually what makes someone look graceful or not. Usually we'll see a lot of kind of this type of thing, leaning back, catching your feet in front of you. And you'll see in a lot of videos, if I'm walking, my foot lands straight like that, so I don't have this bend going on. So you want to make sure you're lengthening your legs when you're walking and having them in front of you. Now the trick here, which involves balance and core, is when you land here, being able to pull your hips over that foot. So when we're doing it, we don't want our hips to always be behind our feet. We want our hips to be able to come over our feet. For example, my hips are coming with my legs, all right? I'm moving my torso with my legs. So my feet aren't running away from me, but I'm bringing my body with my legs. You want your stride nice and long so you can get propelled forward. So short walks are okay, but it makes you look a little unstable. So we want to elongate that walk. Okay, nice, big walk. So just like our over-exaggerated crisscross pattern, we're going to over-exaggerate a long walk. So it's like you're doing lunges and heels, okay? I'm over-exaggerating, okay? You can put your hands on your hips for this one to balance. So you're over-exaggerating, over-exaggerating. So that'll get you able to feel, okay, this is how far distance is and how much weight and muscles you have to use. So once you practice some far ones, You'll practice some far ones, all right? And then slowly make them shorter. All right, so that helps with lengthening your stride. Next, we're gonna work on arms, because arms can really throw off an image, but also your stage presence. A lot of the time, someone has that frozen arm, you know, and this one just doesn't want to move, so you want to make sure you're moving both fluidly. So when moving your arms, you have them by the side of your body, back and forth. You can have a little bit of bend in your elbows, but as if you were to hit your arm and it were to just move back and forth from the shoulder here, just like this. Now when you're doing this, you want to make sure they don't cross in front of your body. And if you're a track runner, you know this, we don't want our arms to cross. Okay, because that was kind of like, I'm a little pageant girl, and we want to look sexy, right? So arms right here, and then also in the back. We don't want our arms to cross behind us at all, because you're blocking that image of your torso and your body to be seen. So having your arms lightly going by your side. All right. So next thing and last thing is probably the hardest, and it's naturally moving your hips to a good rhythm and really lifting that foot up to cross in front of you. When you're lifting that foot, we want to lift it up and cross. Now, if you lift it up and cross here, it's harder because that thigh gets in the way. So making that long distance of a stride, it's easier to cross it. One thing that does get in the way are our thighs sometimes, which makes it more difficult to crisscross, but compensate and work what works for you. I'm crisscrossing one foot in front of the other, like this. So you're really lifting your knee up, but also I'm laying as straight as I can and not bent. Oh, the last thing was the hip movement. So naturally allow your hip to fall up or into your socket of when you cross your foot. So when I cross, I allow my hip to pop out naturally. Sometimes I can over-exaggerate if you really, poke that hip out. But you naturally let your hip just sink into that landing. And that creates that curve, especially if you're more straight up and down like me. So, I hope this helped you with walking, and hopefully you can walk with a little more confidence and a little better. Always head up, chin up, eyes up. Look the direction you want to go. Because when we're looking down, we're not striding out as long. We might start to have our shoulders rolled forward. So having the shoulders back, head up. Imagine you're Misty Copeland or a ballerina of some sort. Alright, moving on to posing for WBFF. So when you are on stage at WBFF, you will walk on stage. Alright. You'll have a pose, an entry pose, and then you're going to walk forward and you'll do a little sequence. It might be front, side, back, back. So 3 to 4 at the front of stage. And then depending on where they have you and how the stage moves, you'll go to your next station, do a pose, next station, and do a pose. So what we're going to do here is break down basically some front poses, side poses, and a back pose. It really depends what looks good on your body. I don't have any hips, okay? I have a bum, which can make an illusion of me having hips when I spin to the side, like this. So this makes me look more curved, more feminine, more elegant. WBFF is about fashion and fitness, so you want to look very fashion forward in your poses while showing off your physique as best as possible. It's your superwoman. It's great for someone with great quads here. This one isn't my best. So this one here is your first front. Okay, so this is basic right here. Second is just popping to one hip, and you can turn that foot out or have it forward depending on how you think looks best. Now when we're doing any pose, we want to always show our best assets. So try not to have your hand in front of your hip or on your butt or anything. Always allow that behind to show. You can put your arms straight behind your glutes if you'd like, but always kind of frame what is good. So for me, when I frame my face or bring it around, that's a good pose for me. Okay, and then third one from the front is other side. So facing to this other side, and play with your hands. So your hands can be forward here, they can be behind, but always holding your torso in nice and tall and chin out. Those are 3 front poses you can do. One of my favorite front poses for me specifically is one foot in front of the other, the foot that's back. I'll actually rotate that hip forward, right here. And then another one, of course, is Elle Woods, Legally Blonde, foot in, right there. So those are my favorites and the ones that seem to fly out the best from the front. And you can play with what looks good with you. You can put your hand on your bikini strap or bring it up on your bottoms, whatever works for you. So practice in the mirror is really important. Moving on to side poses. Definitely practice both sides equally. Usually you tend to favor one, and I tend to favor this side. So side poses, you want to be nice and straight, elongated, showing off your curve. So I'm putting this hand behind me in here. So this is a side pose you can do. You could have that foot in front. All right. You can change. So side poses, I'm not actually the best at. You stay there briefly though, you don't do a lot of side poses, which is okay. Another one is that Instagram butt one, which actually does not always look best on people stage presence wise. Especially depends which angle the judges are. So let's say this pose looks perfect from straight on camera, and if a judge is over there, the angle of your bum or something could be a little different. So this isn't always the best side to do. You can kick that back foot in front. All right, on to our back pose. So back pose, you have a little more play. You can do both feet together, hands nice and straight. You can do feet slightly apart. Now, one thing we do not do in Wbff is the wide stance and bending over, because we're not trying to show everyone our undercarriage. So we're very sophisticated, feet together. You can cross them, play up with your hands on your hips, come on up to your hair. Always show your face on occasion from the back pose. So again, that one hip popped out, straight leg, bent leg. Pretty straightforward. Then again, the side. This is kind of my go-to side on this side. All right, and we can do that back one again. You can even cross and pop out that glute. So those are tips on poses. And always try to be relaxed and allow others to look at you and help you, like your friends. One thing, WFF is very much about beauty, so try not to hide your face. I'll see a lot of poses like this, where it cuts off the neck, it doesn't elongate it. So make sure you're pressing those shoulders down, showing some of that neck. And then another thing is something that I have a lot of issues with is I stick out my butt a lot and I have a slight anterior pelvic tilt, but this sticks out my stomach. So I have to really make sure I'm tucking in my hips, pulling up my rib cage, so if I'm doing a side pose, my stomach isn't sticking out. So those are just some tips. Hopefully that helps you in posing for the Wbff. And then here in a second, I'll help you with posing for photos. Hey y'all, welcome to my little backyard. So I'm gonna show you, and hopefully this little lizard doesn't attack me. I do believe he's dead. I tried to poke him a little bit to the side and he would have moved. So either he died from the heat or my dog accidentally killed him. So hopefully he just doesn't come after me and attack me. That'll freak me out. Okay, he's 2 feet behind. So today you're gonna learn posing for camera. Okay, so I'm just wearing a cute little flouncy outfit, but when it comes to posing, you want to feel and get into your outfit. So you know how if you're feeling a specific day, like groggy and it's rainy, you might want to wear that hoodie. And then if you're feeling sassy, you want to wear a sassy outfit. So work with your outfit. But first off, when it comes to posing, we all want to look slim and slender. So one way to do that is to always turn your body to the side and then rotate just your shoulders, leaving your hips steady this way. So you'll look slimmer and more tapered, like a V. So that's one thing to do with your body. Now I don't have hips, so someone who doesn't have hips, you want to do that. Turn yourself to the side. One thing is to just start moving around and video yourself while you're moving around and see which, yeah, it must be dead. And see which poses that you like when you're moving around. So, and which features you like. And embrace the features you like or that you think are weird. So, for me, I like that I have a very like slanted jawline, and most people do like the side photo profile, whatever. So I like to angle myself this way a lot and always have your chin up. So some other things that helped when doing a posing is posture, making sure that your shoulders are back and that you're nice and confident. And you can smile on occasion. Don't stick to one look. Change it out with your shirt. If it's a shoulder shirt, you could do a shrug or something like that. Just kind of like flirt with your own self. Be like, man, I love who I am. Let me just show it off to the world. That sounds, yeah, that's me. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the art. The little things I've learned is making sure your eyes are open and always very alive, feeling something when you're looking at the camera instead of just like, I'm here, I'm a deer in a headlight, you know. So always try to bring energy to the camera. Another thing is pressing your chin away toward the camera like you're reaching for it. So instead of being all like this and stiff, and you want to reach your chin toward the camera. That'll change, that'll make your neck look slimmer and your jawline come out. So one thing I've realized why more sculpted faces take such a good photo is there's so many angles for the light to hit that you get to see different dimensions versus someone who just has a round face. So always try to create more dimensions with your face. Like I could create more of a shadow on my face this direction than other directions. So as for faces, stay nice and relaxed with your mouth. So try not to press it super hard or duck lip it, but just be gentle with your face. And you can look up and down and around. It's not always about looking in front of the camera. As for your hands, this is something Dennis Cruz said, but imagine you're moving your hand through sand, or you're holding onto sand, so you're just delicately moving your hands. And even taking like a ballet class or stepping in on one of your daughter's dance classes and seeing how they teach and how they move will help too. Because that's the biggest thing, is if I have like a claw here, that's the first thing you're going to notice. Especially if you have a nice outfit on, if your hands are just all balled up. So you want to delicately have them just relaxing, as if kind of they're dead in a way. They're alive, but they're dead. Great, and then just turning to the side. One thing you want to do as well is try not to have your arms always plastered to your body, you know? Our hands might like ourselves, but you want to give it some space. Create a little bit of space between your arm here. Have that little triangle. I personally love that I have long, lanky arms, and I like to show that. I like having a long, straight arm hanging. That's me personally, though. Which is probably why none of my photos can't use. Okay, just playing. But yeah. Yep, the lizard's definitely dead. Playing with your hair. I couldn't even tell you how to pose besides practicing in front of the mirror. So, good luck, y'all. And pray for the little lizard. Anyway. Alright, that was it, everyone. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed and learned something about how to walk and then how to pose for Wbff and how to pose for photos. Other than that, I hope everyone's doing well. So please like and subscribe my video, and I'll see you again next time.